Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Airport CEO. I hope you're having a good one because I am so excited to be back. We are finally making just a little bit of money. We're not making much by any means. We really are not. We did $68,000 yesterday. We have made $6,000 today since midnight. It's now almost 2:30 p.m. So today is not really on track to be as profitable as yesterday was, but we still have a bunch of flights that are still to come through. We are handling 54 out of a possible 75 flights today, which is very exciting. I think that's the highest number of flights we've handled in a single day so far. And so what I would like to do is pivot just a little bit. I would like to try and get some shops in here, if not a cafe as well. Now, we don't have to do that, to be clear. The current objective in the introduction to the game is to build a medium aircraft stand. I will tell you right now, we're probably not doing that today. That's probably not going to be a today thing because we just don't have the money. We just don't have the money. I would be very surprised if we make all that much money today, but I'm going to try, and I'm going to start by going into staff and into applicants, and I want to get myself a new executive. I want a strategy director because I think that might be a really good idea. I just want to double check as well. I don't need a strategy director. I need a CFO is what I need. A chief financial officer. Never mind. Let's immediately in here with the wrong executive. We're off to a really good start. These two are terrible, so I'm gonna just get rid of both of them because I'm not interested in either of those CFOs. I would like to get my hands on one that's actually decent, and there we go. We'll bring you is what we'll do. And that means I can now go to my economy, I can now go to fees, and we can just crank this a little bit. I want a little bit more money from small aircraft. We're not doing medium right now, so that's fine. General aviation is going to be like $450. We're going to charge a little bit more. We're going to do like $250 for avgas. We're going to do like 70 cents for Jet A1. We're not doing catering, cleaning, de-icing, or hangar stuff right now. That's fine. Passenger handling, let's do like $17. Baggage is going to go up to $12. Bathrooms, $1. We're going to be that airport. We're going to do $1. That's rough, man. We'll do 6% markup in vending machines. And for parking, let's do $12 for short term, and let's do $225 for the long-term parking. I don't think we have long-term parking right now, but you know what? That's totally fine. I'm curious to see if those changes do anything for us. I'm not expecting miracles, but I'm hoping for the best. Now, what I would like to do is come into this space right here in the middle, and I want to start changing this out just a little bit because I think this would be a really good spot for some shops. So what we're going to do is go in and basically get rid of this staff room. I want to get rid of these bathrooms as well. They are quite small bathrooms, and we have these larger ones off to the side, so I think this is okay to do. And eventually we are going to build another large bathroom over on the right side as well. So clearing out these rooms is probably fair enough to do. And then what I'd like to do as well is go and just take out all of these walls, probably down to about there is going to be totally fine. In fact, I'm just going to take out pretty much everything in the middle here, including those vending machines, unfortunately. We'll go right across to there is going to be the plan. And then what we can do is bring some walls down here. And basically, we're just going to build a big box in here. We're going to split it in two down the middle, roughly. And that's going to be one shop. That's going to be another shop. That's going to be one shop for people on this side of the airport, one shop for people on the air side of the airport, and that's hopefully going to be fine. We still have this check-in space down here, which we might want to get rid of at some point, but for now, my priority is 100% on the shops. And so with these spaces cleared out, with some flooring put in and some adjustments to the layout, I want to go in here. I want to get myself a shop that's going to be right here, and I want a shop that's going to be right here. And I also want to go in and take out that little bit of staff zone down there because we don't really need it. Now, what we can do is take a bit of a look, and at the moment, we only have one shop being offered to us, which is a little bit miserable. There we go. We're starting to see this fill out a little bit. And the interesting thing is we can get something like Traveler's Shop which is a 3-star contract because this place is big enough. We will need more shelves. We will need cashier desks, but honestly, I'm kind of okay with that. I think what I'd like to do is try and get my hands on maybe 2 3-star shops in here. One on the land side, one on the air side, and I'm pretty sure the requirements will be the same for pretty much both of them. So we need to go in here with some shelves, which should be easy enough to do. We have some options for the shelves that we can play with. And so I think what we'll do is, oh, do I want to do these right in front of the door? I don't know that I do. Part of me does, part of me doesn't. Do we have the smaller one? We do. Would the smaller one be better? I don't know that it would. It really doesn't matter, to be quite honest. So let's just do the large one right there and right there. And that's going to be 2. We can do some shop counters, which thankfully can go, I want to say right in the middle here is where the shop counters can go. We'll do a whole set of them right there. And then I guess for everything else, we can do some pedestals. I think that's probably fair enough. We can go and do 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then kind of mirror that on this side. And that's going to be enough. That's everything we need for that shop. And honestly, I'm very tempted to do exactly the same layout on the other side. I know it's a little bit lazy. In fact, I realized, ooh, I'd have to change this up a little bit if I wanted to do that because the doors are in a different spot, which honestly I'm okay with. I think we'll do this just to sort of go with sort of a similar vibe, but spread these out a little bit more. We can get some wall mounted shelves and we could do 1, 2, 3 down those outside walls. And then in the middle, we'll just do the shop counters again. So something kind of like that should be fine for both of those shops, which means I can come down here and hopefully get my hands on, let's go for, we have some good choices here. Let's go for Traveler's Shop on one side. And then on the other, we can go for whatever that other one wants. Power is what's going to go on the other side. And I'm hopeful that both of those can open in a good amount of time and that both of those are actually going to be relatively popular. They tend to be. That's the thing. The first shops in an airport always tend to be relatively popular. So I'm hoping, very much hoping for good things here. I'm also thinking, yeah, those are already staff zones, which is great. So we'll see what happens is what we'll do. This place opens from 4 in the morning until midnight. I don't remember if staff will show up. Oh, it's not even 4 in the morning yet. Okay, so they'll show up shortly. It's almost 3 in the morning right now. I'm hoping for good things here. I really am. I'm hoping for good things. I'm hoping people are excited to go to these shops. I'm hoping they make us money. And that reminds me, did we make money yesterday? We did. We made less. Although today we've already done $15,000, which is amazing. And this place is already open, which is fantastic. So hopefully we're going to see some passengers coming in here. This place is open as well, which is also fantastic. And I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before. At some point, I'm fairly sure I've raised the question as to who the hell's going to an airport and then buying a suitcase. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this as a discussion during a previous airport CEO series. It's only recently that I discovered that I am in fact that person. And I realized the reason someone might have to do that is very simple and makes a lot of sense. And the reason is simply your suitcase could break. Now, whether or not that needs a full shop, I don't know, but I've been that person. I was going through, I want to say Gatwick Airport last year. Was it last year? I don't know when it was. I might have told this story last year now that I think about it, but regardless, I had a backpack, it broke, I had to buy another one. And then I realized just how shady it looks stuffing an old battered backpack into a bin in an airport, because that's what I did. I just threw my old one in the bin. And then as I'm walking away from it, it hit me how shady and conspicuous that would look on security footage. And I just kept walking because to go back and look at it would be more suspicious. So yeah, that was a whole thing is what that was. That was definitely, definitely a whole thing. Now, this place needs to do 190 sales in a day to be happy. This place needs to do 210. They are both hopefully going to get there as we start to see more passengers come through the airport. It is worth mentioning that these shops, we probably don't want to go too much further than this until we have some medium flights coming through here. So we'll see what happens in that regard. We also probably want to look into not necessarily building another security wing and check-in area, because I don't think we need that, but I would like to start looking at getting some symmetry in here just for when that does happen. So we'll go and do a little something like this, and that will be our sort of check-in space, our staff room, all that good stuff. And then I guess we want to do, oh man, what distance is this? That's the real question. That is 32. So if I go here and go out to $320, I want to build a wall right about here, I think, is where that bathroom goes. At least I think that's where the bathroom goes. I'm going to assume that's where the bathroom goes. We'll bring this down, bring that across, and then that's all going to be our sort of security space at some point, and that'll be totally fine. We'll go ahead and cut that bit of wall out. And we can also go and put some doors in here now, because I feel like we might as well. So we'll get these guys in here ahead of time. And then I guess, is that about all of it? That looks to be all of it. There is obviously one that goes in the wall here once the check-in desks go in, but we don't need to worry too much about that. And then for the bathroom, it is just a single little door that goes right in the middle there. And that should be fine as long as we take out the secure zone. And that'll be another security area at some point. No idea when, but some point. So looking into our finances, it looks like we're doing much better today, which is amazing news. A good chunk of that is coming from franchises, which I'm very, very happy about. The only problem is it's almost the end of the day and this place hasn't managed to hit its sales goal, which is a problem. This place is much the same. It's also not hit the sales goal, which I think is going to be largely because we just don't have enough traffic coming through the airport. So I guess we should take a look at how much we're going to be looking at for a medium aircraft stand. So the vintage one is $50,000 with $250 operating. This one is $75 with $166 as the operating fee. Now, this is kind of what I was talking about in the last episode. If I was to build that jetway, I would have to build it upstairs, which means I would have to do some research into being able to build other floors. But if I was to build this guy, I would build it sort of 2 tiles out from the terminal, because then I can build the terminal over that gap, connect it to the jetway. People have to go upstairs to get onto this plane. But then that lower floor can be a really good space for service cars and for shuttle buses. So I think that's something I want to do. I think I want to play around with that idea, which means we are going to want to go into research and development, and we are going to want to look at getting, I want to say structural engineering. That's not what I'm looking for at all. We're looking at floor construction permit, which is going to let me build stairs, escalators, all that good stuff. So let's start that project. We are going to need that for baggage handling anyway, which is likely going to be the next thing that we have to look into. And I suppose we're going to want to start expanding the terminal. The question is, how far do I want to go with this? Because we have to keep in mind, this lower floor isn't necessarily where I'm going to be having people board this aircraft. So I think what we do is we go in here, we build our medium stand right here. And I kind of want to do 2 of them because I think they're going to be really profitable. I don't know that we have the money, so I'm going to do 1. Wait, no. Oh, no. Hold on. We need a gap of 4 is what I want. I want a gap of 4. I don't think I got my money back for, I think I might have got my money back, actually. I don't know. I want the gap of 4 because then I can build this, and I can build this, and I can build this as well. And that's going to be enough space for 2 airside shuttle bus stops and 1 service car stop down here, which is totally fine. Oh boy. The tricky thing is I'm going to have to upgrade this immediately, and I'm going to have to get that upper floor. This is going to be a whole mess to do, but I'm hoping I can pull it off. I'm hoping I can make this work. So what we want to do is take out this wall as well. I might have to come up with some temporary thing to make this this little connection here, but we're going to find out together whether or not this is actually possible. I'm hoping I can pull this off. I'm hoping this works. The good news is, in terms of infrastructure and taxiways, we, I think, can just connect like this. I don't know if I want to, yeah, I'm just going to connect it straight up. I was thinking we might go out a little bit further, but I don't want to waste too much space. So we'll just do this as our connection for that stand. This whole part's built here as well, which is great. And research really isn't going to take all that long for floor construction. So the question is, can I immediately, okay, so I can't build the jetway yet, but I'm assuming that I can get it once I get the floor construction permit. I'm hoping I can get it once I get the floor construction permit, because this is sort of my thinking right here. We do 1, we do 2, and we get ourselves a service car stop right there. And this little section, even though it's quite small, is going to be perfect to get people from, you know, this space out to more remote stands. That's the goal here. I don't know if it's going to work, but I'm hoping it's going to work. That's kind of where I'm at. I'm going to stick with the grass here as well, because I think it's just a little bit easier to work with. Whether or not it is, I don't really know, but we're going to find that out together as well. And I think what we can do is go in here with some little doors. I don't know how many of these I need. I really don't. Maybe just a big door. Maybe we just go all in and say large doors here. So one right in the middle is there, one right in the middle there, and then a nice little small door for this guy, since that's where staff will be going out. And that should be totally fine. This research is very close to being done, which is great. I think I might have missed a little bit of the taxiway here as well, which is less than great. But that gives us a connection, which is great. Although I'm realizing I need to get elevators up to, oh man, this is going to be a whole thing. This is going to be a whole thing. I'm really hoping I can pull this off. And this is all without baggage handling, which I'm assuming is probably going to be next. We need stair trucks as well. Oh man, I'm not going to need a stair truck though. I'm immediately getting away from needing stair trucks, but sure, we'll get a stair truck, which I guess is fine. We are probably going to need a pushback truck as well. And I think we can assign both of those to this, well, to this is what we can do. In fact, I think that's what we're going to do, is go into my vehicles overview, and I want to assign the stair truck here, and I want to assign the pushback truck here, so that they're always going to be on that stand. That's the goal. And I think, did we just research what I think we researched? We absolutely did. Okay. Can I now upgrade this with a jetway? I can, but I need the foundation upstairs first. So this is the gamble that I'm taking on. Can I do that? You've got to be kidding me. No! Oh no, I was hoping I could do that. No! Oh, that is such a shame. That is such a shame. I can't build over it. I think I would have to bulldoze. I might be able to do this. Hold on. If I bulldoze these guys, I think I can do this. I'll have to expand the terminal, build the bit upstairs, then bulldoze the bit downstairs. I think this is actually possible. I think the game's just being a little bit silly. I think I'm really, this is it's a real gamble right now. We've spent so much money on this already. This might go horribly. But if I do this, and then I go upstairs and I do this, can I now go downstairs and oh, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, yes, that is perfect. That means I can upgrade this with a jetway, and there we go. So now we go back down. This is such a roundabout way of doing this, but it means this works. I can have my little shuttle bus thing underneath the jetway for, oh, that's so good. So the vehicle, the stair truck, is pointless. I'm gonna sell it because we don't need it anymore. And if we look in here, we need to upgrade a small grass stand to either concrete or asphalt. I don't want to do either of that right now, but maybe. I mean, we could. Oh, I'm so pleased. Oh man. The relief I am feeling right now from this actually working is ridiculous. Okay, so we have a whole space upstairs. I guess we can do like a bathroom up here. We are probably gonna have another stand down here, so I don't want to go too crazy with this. Man, the relief I am experiencing right now from this actually working is ridiculous. Let's get this whole thing into the same secure area. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to connect this all together. I am sort of thinking this space down here would be good for an elevator. I do kind of feel like that's the goal, is we put an elevator down there. So if we go and have a look, we could do escalators as well. We could do stairs. We have the walk. Where did they? Oh, that was my builders. I thought that was a bunch of passengers. Okay. Elevator. It will fit here, which is great, but that's a really weird spot. Would up there be better? I really don't know. If I shift it over by 1, that puts it against a wall, which is great, but then it leaves a little gap down here, which is less great. I could put it there, which leaves a gap upstairs, which is also less great. I don't think I'm going to get a good spot for the elevator is sort of what I'm realizing here. Unless I move the doors around, which I really don't want to do. I could put it down here, which is also certainly a spot for it. Like right there is going to have us. It's a bit of a weird spot, isn't it? There's really no good places for it. That's what I'm realizing here. There's none. There are no good places for this. Although I'm realizing I could put an elevator here, which is going to connect us to that spot, and I'm going to have to move some doors to do it. But I think that's what we're going to do, is just put an elevator there and then go in and remove this door and this door. And then we'll move those doors to more of a spot like this and this. So smaller doors, but that's probably about the best place I'm going to get for that elevator. I really wish I could turn off that stupid overlay thing, man. It's just blinding me every single time. It's deeply, deeply unpleasant, but that's where our elevator is going to go. We can bring some walls around it. We can put a vending machine in that corner, I guess, and that'll be fine. It gives us a whole area down here, which is basically useless. Oh, wait a minute. That's making me realize I could have put my doors up there. You know what? It doesn't matter. This is fine. Let's do some doors. Let's say here and here. So the elevator is kind of in a little enclosed space. And then down here is totally fine. I'm really happy that I've been able to do this. I'll be honest. I'm really, really pleased that I've been able to get this whole thing to kind of work. So I want to do self-boarding for these guys. I'm hoping I can put these that close to the doors and not have any problems. I shouldn't have problems, but we'll see. Ooh, equipment failure, deeming the aircraft is not airworthy. That's fine. As long as it's not something shifty getting loaded onto the flight, I'm not super worried about it. And then I guess what we'll do is also go in here with some seating. So right there and there seems fine. We'll do a little something like this, just the entire way down here. And that seems like a good amount of seating. I'm sure that's a perfectly good amount of seating. We'll do some on this this wall here as well, and maybe just one last little bit like that. And I'm hoping that's going to be enough. I'm really hoping that's going to be enough seating. I think we could get a little bit more just there to sort of close off this part, since it's staff only down here anyway. And let's also make sure that this entire part is set to staff only, which it now is. And that should be fine. I could even turn this into like a little staff room down here. I'm not going to, but I could. And I think that's good. I think we've managed to do the thing, right? We've managed to get a medium aircraft stand in here, which is more than I was expecting to do. And then I guess in terms of boarding desks, we'll do the medium one, because we might as well give my staff something to do. Only problem is it doesn't fit in the middle. Of course it doesn't. Of course it doesn't fit in the middle. Why would it? Okay. You know what? Self-boarding gates. That's the way to go. We'll do some self-boarding gates. Man, I worked out some layouts for the best way to do these things at one point, and I've completely forgotten it already. So you know what? 1, 2, 3, nope. 3 and 4 of those will be totally fine. And then we'll just get some seating in here as well. I've completely forgotten how layouts in this game work. For the life of me, I do not remember, so we're not going to worry too much about it. We'll do some large seating just in the middle here. I want to say that's probably fine. I don't want to leave too much space between all of this, and I don't know if that's actually enough seating, but I'm going to assume it is. Although I might just shift that down a little bit, and then we'll do some slightly smaller seating just here and here. Actually, no, that's going to block the door if I do that. Never mind. We'll do the slightly more, compacted thing like this, and that'll be fine. We'll do one more just to be safe, and we'll get rid of that one because it seems unnecessary. That should be fine. And I think I'm also going to go in here with some hedges, because I do like to sort of outline my my seating areas. And maybe a little something like this with just a little bit more seating, some nice little small benches just here and here. That seems fine. I missed a bit, but other than that, that seems fine. And so if I'm not mistaken, this is now done and should be up and running. And we do have some medium flights scheduled for later today, which is absolutely fantastic. What I would like to do then is go in here and just dismiss a few more aircraft, because these guys, we don't need them anymore. I'm going to turn this into a commercial stand, and this, once that flight leaves, which it really should be, get out of here. Go on, scram. I don't know where you're going. You're going to Anglesey? Sure, that's how that's pronounced, I'm sure. Let's turn these guys into some remote stands as well, which will require another couple of shuttle buses. And I'm gonna say that we probably need another, how many service cars? That's gonna be the real question. I'm gonna say 2 more of those as well will be required. So what I'd like to do is go down here and connect both of these guys. Okay, so what we need to do is connect you out to that stand and you out to that stand. You're gonna be connected to this one right here, and you're going to this one right here, and that should be fine. Can I connect from you to the thing? It doesn't look like it. I have to go from this direction. So what we want to do is connect you to one of the aircraft stands. So you're going to go to this one, and you are also going to go to the one on the right, and then these guys are going to go to the one on the left. And I want to see just how much more efficient this is now that we have individual stands for the buses themselves. I'm hoping for good things. Obviously no guarantees. The boarding desk stand is deactivated and can't board passengers. That's totally fine. We can, oh wait, we had service cars. Totally forgot about that. Oh, I also forgot about the arrival only airside shuttle bus stops. I totally forgot that was a thing. Oh, I'm gonna have to keep that in mind. That's something we might want to play around with, because that's gonna make my life so much easier. Let's get these guys switched on for the time being at least, so that they can function. And if we look in here, we will probably, hopefully, be able to reach our flight capacity here in not too much longer. We should also have our first, there it is, our first medium flight coming in. That's so good. That is so good. And everybody should be getting out. There we go. They're all heading off the flight, all down the elevator, which is great. That's what we want to see. That's a lot of people too. That is a lot of people, which is great. There's not that many people getting on the flight, which is concerning. It doesn't look, oh, there's a lot of people wanting to check in as well. Man, we're getting somewhere now. We are getting somewhere now. I don't know where everybody is that wants to get on this flight, but I mean, that's probably fine, right? Is this, who are you guys? That's kind of what I'm wondering right now. Are you, let me see here. This is looking for, okay, I think this might be the passengers. They might be boarding here shortly, which is, oh, there we go. There's everybody. Do we have enough seating? That's the real question. It looks like we do not. Interesting. Wait, why is that? Oh, wait, no, now they're boarding. Okay. I thought it was about to push back without them. It seems like we're doing fine, right? We have another flight coming in here later today. We have more flights in these remote stands, which is amazing. We should have, I love that. I love seeing a medium flight go around. We should have some people coming down here at some point, which is great. We should have some buses coming over here as well. Oh man, I'm so happy about this. I'm so happy this worked. That's my main thing. I'm so happy that this little plan of putting these remote airside shuttle bus stops underneath the terminal, I love that that works. I could have built them underground. That's the thing. I could just go underground with them straight up and not worry about this whole thing, but I can see them this way. This gives purpose to this space, and it means I can build, you know, jetways or whatever they're called upstairs, and I like this. I love this as a layout. I'm so pleased. Now, you know what I've just realized? We could potentially assign our shuttle buses to these stands, and that might not be a terrible idea, because that way they're always out there. It might reduce traffic a little bit, which would be ideal. And I'm wondering, can I do that with the cars as well? Unfortunately, no. But that's fine. We can at least have the buses out here, and that means that they're always prepared to take passengers from the planes to the terminal, and that seems good. The only thing I'm wondering is, do I want to set up a little system here for an arrivals only stand? I kind of do. And part of me really does. I really love the idea of an arrivals only stand. I love the idea of an arrivals, oh man, a remote terminal sounds like a really cool idea. That's kind of what I'm thinking right now, is a remote terminal might be a really fun idea. Anyway, having a look at the introduction, we need to get, oh, we've gone back because we need to get another stair truck. Okay, so we do need one, unfortunately, which I guess is fine. So we'll go ahead and get that stair truck. I am hoping we can get to a point where we can do cabin cleaning and catering and all that stuff. I'd like to do that before we go all in on massively expanding the airport. Speaking of which, I guess now we need to upgrade our small stands. So how much is it to do this? 6,500? Sure. You know what? We'll upgrade all of these guys to be concrete because that seems like a fair enough thing to do. I would imagine we're not going to be making all that much money today, which I don't necessarily love that we're not going to be making all that much money today, but it's probably fine. We'll not really worry too much about it. At least those have all been converted, which is great. We probably want to do the same thing with the roads here as well. So we might as well take a little bit of a look into upgrading those guys. And I guess we could do the same over to about here. At the very least, that seems fair enough. Maybe up to about there as well. We're actually starting to look like an airport, which is kind of cool. I'm not going to complain too much about that. How did we do in terms of money yesterday? That's the real question. So we did lose 2,000 yesterday, but I would imagine a chunk of that was, yeah, quite a chunk of that was to construction. So that's not so bad. That's, oh, that's good. We are definitely making money now though, which is great. That makes me very, very happy. I love that we're actually making money. I don't love that we only have 2 medium aircraft coming in here though. And I'm noticing by the looks of it, all of the contracts were being offered. So first off, the airlines are relatively happy. We have 50 out of 50 possible Fly Penguin flights. We're being offered flights by Maple, but they're all small. OK Air is small as well. Do we by any chance have new contracts available for some slightly larger planes? It looks like we might, which is very exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and accept, oh man, we got some really good offers in here. Let's go for Crown Airlines. I always like them. I always like Olympus. And I want to go for, let's do OK Air. I'm going to go for those 3 for now, because I don't think we're going to have much more demand than those 3. I mean, Crown have some, well, they have 1 flight being offered, which is fine. Hopefully we can make them a little bit happier and get a few more medium flights in here. What are you complaining about? A GA flight did not receive the requested service. Your rating has decreased. Really? What did they not? Oh, I wonder if refueling is going to be a problem. Also, did we just have 3 remote flights land at the same? I think we did. Interesting. Although I will say having the buses out there seems to be doing wonders. And also the buses just decided to do a lap, I guess. Okay. Not really sure what's going on there, but you know what? We're not going to worry too much about it. Oh, there we go. Now we're starting to see some of the Crown Airlines flights get scheduled, which is absolutely fantastic. Hopefully we get some more scheduled for earlier in the day, because I would like to see this medium aircraft stand get absolutely filled up with flights. I'm also thinking I want to always, we're always going to send away any flights that are running late. I know that's not exactly ideal, and I know that my passengers aren't necessarily going to love that, but I don't want stands to be held up too long. I want them to be freed up. I want the next flight to come in. That's kind of how we make money. Obviously, the ideal situation would be kind of solving the problems with flights getting delayed, but until we do that, I'm just going to send everything away. Hopefully we solve the issue in the long term, and hopefully everything's going to be good. That's the idea. Hopefully everything's going to be good. For example, hopefully this Maple flight can get out of here before we have any major delays. I'm actually kind of curious to see, because I think these self boarding gates, I don't know if they are faster than just having a regular sort of medium boarding gate here. Now, if this thing takes off in time, when does it need to leave? It's due to leave at 1740. So by the looks of it, everyone's got through here, and it looks like, yeah, it's leaving on time. It's out of here before the next flight is going to be landing, which is great. It's heading out that way, which is great. It's getting blocked by a cow, which is less than great. But in theory, it should be out of here just after 1740, which it is. And then the next one should be coming in here at 1815. So if we just kind of keep an eye here, we should see any second now another medium flight landing once the runway's clear of this smaller one. There it is. Okay. So that's working the way we want it to, which is great. Do we have more large flights tomorrow? We do not, but we'll get there. We're still being offered some flights from Crown, which is great. So hopefully they, you know, are interested in giving us some more flights, because I do like this airline. I really do. I like the livery on the plane. I think it looks pretty cool. So we'll see how that goes. We also have $343,000. We've done 87,000 today, and it's only 7:30. So I want to say that the changes we've made here are doing wonders for us. I would also like to go in and just bulldoze all of this, because I think we need more seating. So we'll do a little bit of an expansion to our seating area here. We can go and get some hedges kind of around this part, and we'll double up with another large seat right in there. I've also noticed a few of these passengers complaining about wanting food and wanting a bathroom. So it might not be a terrible idea to put a bathroom up here. I don't think we're going to be doing anything with, well, I don't think we're going to do a cafe up here. We absolutely could do that. We do have them unlocked. Also, real quick, is this doing what it needs to be doing? It absolutely is. We've got 191 out of 190 sales. We've done 201,000 from this guy so far. And you are, ooh, this one's having a little bit more trouble, but hopefully that turns around. Hopefully that ends up being okay. I'm also noticing that security is starting to get a little bit busier. This is the first time I've seen some queues in here, but that's kind of to be expected. That's totally okay. What are you guys waiting for? Where are you going? You're an OK 606. Oh, we've got another one coming in. Look. Oh, and then we got a full day tomorrow of 70 flights. I'm excited. I'm really excited. We're getting there, man. We're starting to make money. We're getting somewhere. We are making progress. Oh, and get a look at that. $122,000 yesterday. That's our most profitable day so far. And that's a day that didn't have this many medium flights coming through. That's very, very cool. 71 flights scheduled for Tuesday. I'm really happy about this. I'm really, really happy about this. Also, if you're wondering where my contractors are going, they're heading out to build a new fence around the airport, because I kind of get sick of animals slowing down my planes. So I figured it was about time to get this fence sorted out just a little bit. I'm really happy with this. I love that we're actually making money now. I love that means I can build another medium stand down here and more remote stands, which is even more exciting as far as I'm concerned. So that's pretty cool. I'm really, really happy with where we are right now. I'm also realizing we probably want to get our hands on a couple more Jet A1 fuel trucks, because there's only 2 of them and we have a lot of flights coming through here. This one's also supposed to be red. Not really sure what's going on with that or why it isn't red. That's an interesting one. Do I have to like press enter to confirm it? I have no idea. So wait, why is it resetting? Why does the color thing not work? There we go. I think it's the right color now. I've got no idea. Absolutely no idea. What I would like to do actually is set these buses to be blue as well. So the same shade of blue that we've used for a bunch of the furniture around the airport. That seems like kind of a cool idea, to have those kind of match up with the blue that we've been using so far. And then maybe the same with the service cars as well. I don't know if that might get confusing with the police cars, is my only concern, but it should be fine, right? It's probably going to be all right. Let's have a little bit of a look at these guys. Oh yeah. No, they look pretty good in blue. The only problem is the light blue on the text for the BFS logo is whatever, but I think they look pretty good. I like the blue buses. That's kind of cool. Now, on the topic of those fuel trucks, we could start looking into Maverick fuel trucks, which might not be a terrible idea. I don't know that we need them yet, although we could just keep researching everything. I think for now, we'll just purchase, I guess, a couple more fuel trucks. We'll just get 2 more of the fjord trucks and that'll be fine. That's going to let us refuel everything nice and quickly, which is what we're looking for. I love that these go right down to the bottom of the runway. They're out of the way of the smaller aircraft. It's so good. I'm so pleased with how this airport's running right now. I really, really am. I shouldn't be. I didn't really do anything, but I'm so pleased with it. And again, we're, you know, making some pretty good money. So I think it's reasonable to say that we can probably leave it there for today. We're doing some good things. We're making some money. We're seeing some medium aircraft come in here. I'm really pleased with this. I hope you are as well, but that is going to do us for today. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been an absolute pleasure as always. And as always, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.